Well, Tim Miller, didn't you say that the androgynous 1000 would scare the insert word that will get me instantly demonetized out of misogynistic internet trolls? Well, that must have included just about everybody, because almost nobody went to see your crappy little feminist propaganda piece this weekend. You clueless numpty. Let's see how Vanity Fair tries to spin this. I'm guessing they will just conveniently ignore the agenda. Keep sticking your heads in the sand. Idiots! Terminator Dark Fate officially a dark flop. Well, at least you got that part right. Robo-killers need a recharge. No, they don't. They really don't. I'll be back, he said. How clever, saying one must blame the patriarchy for this. Don't bother, ticket buyers replied. I think there was more to it than just that, but we mustn't speak of that because people might get ideas. Newsflash, they've already figured it out. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the former bodybuilder and Kennedy son-in-law, has returned to the well of his once seemingly bottomless popularity and found that it's getting a little dry. Let's just ignore the elephant in the room. You know, the one that trampled this pile of ass after it flopped. Terminator Dark Fate, a direct sequel to 1991 smash Terminator 2 Judgment Day, asks audiences to, never mind. All the subsequent installations have underperformed at the box office. Rusty, where once he was Chrome, the cyborg killing machine, has maybe finally met its end. It was all Rusty's fault. The Creaky franchise made $29 million domestically on its opening weekend, according to figures released by its studio Paramount. And why was that? That'll pay for a lot of clothes, boots, and motorcycles, but is hardly easy money when you consider its $185 million budget. One might think there's a lesson to be learned here, but they ain't gonna change nothing. Note that all my barbs quote the first two Terminator films. Well, aren't you clever? That's because those are the only ones anyone remembers. And it will continue to be the only two anyone remembers. Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines wasn't awful, but it didn't make much of an impact. I'll give you that. Terminator Genesis is memorable mostly for the ridiculous spelling. A masterpiece compared to Dark Fate. No human being in this timeline has much to say about the short-lived series Terminator The Sarah Connor Chronicles either. Actually, it was a decent show, you moron. Credit where it's due though. If it were not for McGee's 2009 dud Terminator Salvation, we would never have heard Christian Bale's epic "Oh, good for you" freakout against cinematographer Shane Hurlbut. For that, we owe it much gratitude. It was entertaining, and I'm glad you refrained from blaming it on toxic masculinity. Oops! I guess we can expect a brief edit to this article soon. VF critic Richard Lawson called Dark Fate serviceable at pushing propaganda while praising Natalia Reyes and Mackenzie Davis as the true leads over Schwarzenegger and the back with the band Linda Hamilton. Well, color me shocked. The bad things about it were the white man and the old lady. What's that expression the kids use today? Okay, boomer. Though it was directed by Deadpool's Tim Miller, who has managed to destroy his career, not feeling so confident now. Are we, Miller? Much of its sales pitch was that oceanic explorer and king of the world James Cameron was actively and creatively involved. That was quite funny, actually. The resounding meh with which the film has been met hopefully does not bode poorly for the forthcoming Avatar sequels. That's okay, we'll have a great time making fun of those sure-to-be woke nightmares too. Now time to continue bashing the old white dude while completely ignoring why this film flopped. As for Schwarzenegger, something that's rarely commented on is that this guy hasn't really had anything resembling a bona fide hit since he left office in 2011. Yep, this is all Arnie's fault. Poor Arnie. He's made a lot of dunderheaded action movies, but other than 2013's two-hander with Sylvester Stallone, Escape Plan, they've all been lousy. Check out Escape Plan if you missed it. It's not a masterpiece, but it is far better than the work that flanked it like Sabotage and Expendables 2. Not enough propaganda for you, I guess. Arnold even attempted to make the pivot to indies with the dark, moody zombie picture Maggie in 2015. It looked decent on paper, but just didn't come together. Actually, dumbass, many feel that may have been the best performance of Arnold's career. And I tend to agree. Clearly, he has only two options. One, a return to broad comedy, nursery school cop, or a Senate run. You should have titled this Blame the Old Straight White Man for Woke Failures. 2019, yo! And that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and check your subscription and notification status because YouTube is being shady on these things lately, and follow me on Twitter. And as always, everyone, thank you for watching and have a great day.